left a killer job as a wealth advisor for a $3.5 billion investment firm where I was one of the fastest growing advisors. So many people thought I was crazy and they were so confused while I was leaving because I was doing so well with this company. They hired me to develop a new branch where I was from in Nebraska. And I was super excited when I first joined. Loved the team, loved the people. I loved my clients, but I just didn't feel like I was fulfilled and that I was having a true calling for my purpose. I realized that the truth was I really wanted to work for myself. I wanted to build my own business. I didn't want a bunch of clients. I didn't want to take calls whenever. I came to the realization of the fact that I would literally rather live in my parents' basement and make 30 grand a year working for myself on my own hours, on my own time, not requesting PTO, with the potential that I could build something into a 6, 7, or 8 figure business than I would working comfortably for the next 10, 20, 30 years until I could ultimately retire. So the truth is, I did make that decision and I did quit my job and I did start multiple online businesses. And it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I literally used to go to the office every day, suit and tie, making good money. Honestly, wasn't working that many hours a week, but it was still a grind. Like I was bringing on clients, I was cold calling, I was networking. It felt like a lot and a lot of effort for not a whole lot of money. And I just had this confidence and idea that for the amount of effort and time I was putting into this, I should be building something that's way more scalable, has way more potential. I could do from my laptop from anywhere in the world. Like I just had this feeling that there was something bigger out there. And I'd seen other people online that were running online businesses, traveling the world. I made a friend in Nebraska who was living that lifestyle, building a big business, traveling wherever he wanted to. But like ultimately, it just came down to me, one, being aware that that lifestyle existed, and two, having a big enough calling and big enough confidence that I could build that lifestyle. Honestly, the moment I knew I had to quit my 9 to 5 and never go back was when I requested a PTO submission to go travel somewhere. Honestly, I don't even remember where I was going to, but I think I got 20 days PTO a year and I'd used maybe like 8 of them. And when I submitted the PTO request, I remember the comment being said, like, man, you're really traveling a lot. Is it always going to be like this? And I was like, first of all, I have PTO for a reason. Like, if I have PTO, I get to use it when I want. Two, I haven't even used half my PTO yet. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And the fact that I had to like get that permission just to do what I wanted when I was literally already exceeding my deliverables and expectations as an employee made me realize that getting permission to do anything in life from someone else was always going to hold me back. I literally just remember going home that day and being like, I have to do whatever it takes to not ever have a boss again. And I will never go back to that. If I have to ever submit a PTO request ever again in my life, I'm going to lose my shit. I also realized when you work a 9 to 5, you have to save a lot of money very aggressively to ever want to retire early, which I don't think there's anything wrong with working a 9 to 5. Like all my friends that work 9 to 5s and my family, like there's nothing wrong with it. It's secure, it provides good income, there's benefits. You know when you're done working, you don't work weekends. But there are just pros and cons of starting a business and taking that leap of faith and having full control of your life, your time, your earnings. And that was the route I wanted to go. And when you do the math on what your time is worth and what you can scale it to, and how you can find the right players to run a business for you, put the right leadership in, get your time back, work 5 to 10 hours a week, and make 6, 7 figures while being able to grow your business based on your strategy, your networking, your sales, having the right players in place to execute everything else for you just makes sense. Like I don't care if it takes me 5 or 10 or 15 years to get to that point, but I will always chase that lifestyle with more upside and more time back if it means that that's the end goal. And I have full control over how, when, and the logistics of doing it. So yeah, I'm like 2 years in now on traveling the world full time while running multiple online businesses. Haven't put a PTO request in, haven't worked in an office, haven't put on a suit and tie. I don't think I could ever go back. I do miss some of the benefits like having health insurance and having a 401k and not having to work on weekends and not having to work before 9 or after 5. But being able to do whatever the hell I want on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, being able to work wherever I want to, being able to be on any time zone in the world, and knowing that at any given point, what I'm building, I can get up to 7, 8 figures and not have to have a ceiling on my income is far worth the trade off of being stuck at a 5% or however many percent raise every year, having to ask for that permission, having to ask for the permission to take time off, having to ask for the permission to show up late to work or leave early or take a longer lunch break. If you feel like you relate to any of this, then I would really, really strongly urge you to consider taking the risk and changing your life by either starting a side hustle, looking at business opportunities, following creators or business owners or entrepreneurs on social media, and just getting into that mindset of what is a better life like for me and what are the possibilities. So if you're watching this video thinking, yeah, that honestly relates to me, there's definitely more to my life that I'm missing out on, you should honestly leave a comment below and let me know what that is that you're thinking and what questions you have, because I'm trying to really build this channel and I want to build a community. I want to build a good back